Helping to bring food and health to the people you love. Thank you for our education and bless everyone who helps to provide a great educational environment for us. Give us the grace and care for people with cancer as we seek a cure, and help us learn how we can be friends with people who are struggling with homelessness.
14:1-3. Don't let this throw you. You trust God, don't you? Trust me. There is plenty of room for you in my Father's home. If that weren't so, would I have told you that I'm on my way to get a room ready for you? And if I'm not on my way to get your room ready, I'll come back and get you so you can live where I live.
House. There's room for everybody. And one of the things I love about Thanksgiving, I love eating, I love cooking, I love setting a table. Okay, so there's a few years ago, when I lived in Texas, that I went out and I shot this giant boar. And for Thanksgiving, we had what we called a wild beast feast. For those of you who like Dr. Seuss, and we kind of made Dr. Seuss inspired things. And then there was one time I shot a deer, and we ate that. We've eaten lamb, and like this whole lamb on a spit. I'm wondering, what kinds of things do you guys like to eat at Thanksgiving in particular? Yes. Mashed potatoes. Turkey. Stuffing. Cranberry sauce. Dessert. What do you think, Scarlett? Fruit sauce. I've never had that. Croutons, which is totally not like fruit sauce. Liam. Pasta. Yes. Yeah.
Food. Any type of food.
Any kind of food. That's a fantastic teenage answer right there. All right, we'll take one more from down here. What do you think? Meat. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. So, my wife, Denise, this year for Christmas, she said, okay, Matt, I just want a normal turkey and normal dressing, and you can do whatever you want with the rest of the meal. I said, okay. So I'm a little nervous about normal turkey because I haven't done that in at least 10 years or so. But we put our food on a big table, and I love setting a big table. And one of the things that makes me a little sad at Thanksgiving is that my table, while it's really big, it's not big enough for all my family and friends. And we think about this story in John where Jesus says, in my Father's house, there's room enough for everyone. So how many people do you think live on earth right now? What do you think, Patrick?
Well, at the moment, there is approximately 8 billion.
8 billion. I think you're spot on. I kind of looked up this morning, and that was the answer I came up with. We're in the neighborhood of 8 billion people. What do you think?
25.
No, I think 25 million. I think he was right. I think it's 8 billion, which is an enormous number. Now, how many people do you think have lived ever in the history of humanity? Like ever since forever? Yes. I don't know that. I don't know. What do you think? Well, no, that's God's existed since forever. I'm wondering how many people have been around. I know, right? Yes. 170. All right. What do you think, Patrick? He's looking it up right now in his head.
70 billion?
Maybe 70 billion. Now, how big a table do you think it would have to be in order to fit everybody that's ever... I know there's not really an answer for that. So just try to imagine a table big enough for everybody that's ever lived. Right, so just maybe get into like pairs right now and think about how big would that table be? And now we're coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're back here. Okay. Scarlett, what do you think? I said Scarlett. I'm sorry. Where's Scarlett? Okay. Yes, but... Something that ends in illion by something that ends in illion. I think that's spot on, perfect answer. Did you have your hand up? You forgot. That's good. Yes. That would be a really big table, wouldn't it? What do you think? 100. That's a pretty big number, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. What do you think? 1,000. That's an even bigger number than 100. Here's what I'm... Oh, let's put our hands down. Let's put our hands down. This Thanksgiving, one of the things I'm so thankful for is that because of who Jesus is and what Jesus did, as a Christian, I believe there's now room enough for everybody at God's table. And even though I'm a little sad that at my table at my house, I can't fit everyone, I'm really thankful that there is space enough for everyone at the table with God. And we have all these other little tables and altars all over the place to help us remember that at God's table, even though this is just one tiny table, when I look at this little tiny table, it reminds me of God's big giant table and how there's room for everybody at God's table. During this time of reflection afterwards, I would like to invite Miss Lucy Nyman up to play the harp. And as she's playing the harp, no, go ahead, keep going. Or she's not playing the harp, she's performing the piano. And as she's playing the piano, I would invite you to take this time to reflect about the size of God's table and how there's space for everyone there, and whatever else it is that you're thankful for.
peace, to love, and serve the Lord. Thanks be